All right, hey guys, it's Justin Brooke, the Traffic Guy Millionaires Recommend, and I'm back in America now, finally loving this Wi-Fi, loving this American air conditioning. But when I got back, I had to buy some books because when I left, I kind of sold everything, and there were some books that I just felt like were staples to have on your bookshelf, as well as some new books that came out that I wanted to have on my bookshelf. So here they all are. Everything got delivered from Amazon, and so we're going to do a big kind of unboxing. You guys are going to get to see the books that I think are really important for you to have: business, marketing, writing, personal development. Also, I've got a big giant stack of Ask Gary Vee books down there, and I got this stack because in order to be included in the audiobook, I had to buy X amount of books. Well, X amount of books was 25. I only need one, so I've got 24 down there to give away. I'll explain how you can win one of the free books at the end of this video. Also, thank you, Scott Doloff, still using the Gerber knife. Scott Doloff from admembers.com got this for me. He sells a software for martial arts school owners. All right, so the first one here. Oh, yeah, this is good. I actually got this book for a penny. The most expensive part, it's like almost disrespectful that I was able to buy this for a penny because the book is so freaking good. But I got it for a penny and I only had to pay shipping. Simpleology by Mark Joyner. Amazing book. If you really want to know the truth about productivity, productivity is not about being able to check more stuff off on your to-do list. Productivity is not about being able to do more stuff. Productivity is about being able to do the right stuff. If you really want to learn the truth about productivity, you got to get this book, Simpleology. Absolutely best book on productivity. All right, now let's open this one up. Come on now. Oh, ooh. Sent me something a little extra. All right, so I won't show you the extra thing yet. Hide that. All right, so this is Marketing Sidekick by Matt Basak. It's a new book, self-published book that he's selling, and it's basically just lots of like swipe files and stuff that Matt has made millions over the years, over the decades actually. And if you want to know like the best subject lines to use in your emails, different emails, guarantees, benefits, calls to actions, like if you do anything with sales pages or email marketing, you gotta have this book, Marketing Sidekick. Google it. Find Matt Basak on Facebook or whatever. Get yourself a copy of this book. All right, so I have to make a big old stack here. All right, then he sent me some extra stuff here. Perfect Customer Who Has Your Money. You know, to be honest, I don't know anything about this book, but I love everything Matt Basak does. So it says, Justin, you are the second person to get this because you rock. Awesome. So I'm assuming this is all about how to identify your perfect customer and then how to get the money out of them. So very cool. Thin book too. I like that. I like when it's none of that fluff crap. Top Secret. It's a DVD or a CD from his mastermind featuring Perry Belcher. Damn, that's got to be amazing. Matt Basak with Perry Belcher. Those two guys are freaking brilliant. Let's see. I'm not going to use the knife on this one because it's got a tab. Or maybe I should. Right, I promise I have muscles. Ooh, oh, two good ones in here. Two good ones in here. Let's see what we got. Hide one. All right, this is a freaking ultimate, man. If you do any kind of marketing, if you call yourself a copywriter or an advertiser, if you do any kind of marketing services for anyone and you don't have this book on your shelf, you're just doing a freaking disservice to your clients and yourself. This is Triggers by Joseph Sugarman. Oh man, it's probably one of the greatest books. 30 sales tools you can use to control the mind of your prospect, to motivate, influence, and persuade. There's no fluff in here. It's just every chapter is like, a throat punch of information. Throat punch. Me and my wife laughed. She's standing behind the camera. Great book. Make sure you have that. This is a different one. You guys probably wouldn't think about this one. But, storytelling is obviously really important. Everybody's talking about storytelling in your content, in your emails, in your videos, in your sales messages. I believe that the greatest storytellers are freaking comic book authors. So lately, I've been really studying deep about how they create comics, how they come up with the visuals, how they write the scripts. So this one is panel 1, comic book scripts by top writers. So what they've done is they've curated all the greatest scripts in comic books, the actual writing of the comic books, which is then passed on to the penciler, and then goes to the inker, and then goes to the color person. But, this is all the scripts. And Neil Gaiman, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but probably one of the greatest comic book writers of all time. His script is in here, so super excited to dig into this. Also, I want to try and create my own comic one day. Me and my son are working on that as kind of a side project, so it'll be cool to actually see what a real comic book script looks like. Very cool. Excited about that one. This one, I got home, and I was kind of like, the fuck? Because it was open. And then I saw there was a note on here. This was left in lot number 38. My son saw the box, opened it, thinking it was for us, Gustavo. So I can imagine, I don't even know if the kid tried to steal this box or not, but I bet you the kid looked in and saw business books, and he was like, oh, crap, and brought it back. I don't know. Maybe they didn't steal it. Maybe it was actually a mistake. But yeah, I'm in a new neighborhood now. So when I came home and saw my box was open, I was like, yo, what's up? All right, so here's another book. This one's Post-Capitalism, A Guide to Our Future. And it's all about, what would happen? What would life look like if capitalism actually failed? Because, there are some rumors and, whatever. I'm not going to get all political, but there are some people on this planet at this current time who think that capitalism is failing. And there's some good points as to why it might be. But for whatever, I just want to read it so that I can understand their side of the story. And in case it does happen, I want to be prepared, because I think the United States is in a really weird place right now. And I just want to be as prepared as I can be. And looked like a pretty cool read. So, Post-Capitalism, Guide to Our Future. The Writer's Journey. If you're doing any kind of storytelling, this is the book. If you want to know about the structure of stories for writers, you've got to have this book. It's just kind of like it's a readable book. It's not like a reference book, but most professional writers use this as like a desk reference. So if they're going to write any type of story, they'll consult this book for the way that they'll structure their plots and characters and all that stuff. So important stuff. Let's see, what's this one? Another comic book. I love writing. My tattoo, ink pen with an inkwell and cash. Writing is my thing. So this one, Right or Wrong, A Writer's Guide to Creating Comics by Dirk Manning, also a phenomenal comic book writer. So got that book. Let's see, we got another comic book one. I know I'm obsessive. I get very obsessive about a topic, which is actually a good lesson to learn for you when you're selling something. When customers are buying, they're in heat. Like they're buying as much about that thing as possible. So this one, Words for Pictures, The Art and Business of Writing Comics and Graphic Novels. And then another one, Alan Moore's Writing for Comics. Alan Moore, he wrote V for Vendetta. I think he wrote From Hell. He's written some of the most, I think he wrote Watchmen, like some of the most prolific graphic novels ever written. He's written. And so he's got kind of like his spiel. And I love when they boil it down, you know, like don't give me all the fluff and backstory and all that good stuff. I just want the real. All right. Okay, this is getting dangerous, man. Like cut my stomach here. They say in scouts, always cut away from you. Way more knife than I need for this task. All right, we're almost done. Last box. I think I don't have any more of the comic book stuff. Outwitting the Devil. Some people call it like the part 2 to Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And people have said like, this is one of the greatest books that he ever wrote. I'm really excited to get into this one. Fear is the tool of a man-made devil. So, The Secret to Freedom and Success. Good to have on the bookshelf. What do we got here? Another staple, Robert Cialdini. His book, Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. It's just something, as a marketer, I feel you got to have on your bookshelf. I've read it before. I've read it a couple of times. Another staple, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I actually haven't read this one. I call it a staple, but I haven't read it. So I'm interested in reading it because I find that there's only so many good new books out because like they just don't come out as often. And so once you have plowed through, like I've been in the game for 10 years now, I've read just about all the new books. So now I'm going to the old books and oh man, there's freaking gold mines in old books. And this is one of the gold mines. What do we have here? Demand full automation, demand universal basic income, demand the future, inventing the future. This book is all about like, what is the future going to be like if artificial intelligence takes over, if all the automation stuff takes over. So really looking forward to this. Inventing the Future is a bold new manifesto for life after capitalism. It's tech, it's money, all things that are important to me. All right, some fun stuff real quick. How to Get Rich by Felix Dennis, founder of Maxim Magazine. I have an audio that I listen to very often. I actually listen to it every morning for like 6 months. Really helped get my mind right, keep me in the game. I had my most successful year ever when I was listening to that audio. And so I wanted to get his book, How to Get Rich, one of the world's greatest entrepreneurs, shares his secrets. And then some fun stuff down here. Batman Year One by Frank Miller, one of the greatest comic book writers. I wanted to make sure I have his best work so I can read it. And then Alan Moore's Batman, The Killing Joke. Again, it's one thing to learn from the experts when they're actually teaching, but it's also another thing to see how they do what they do in practice. And that's why I wanted to have these, and I just friggin' like Batman. Last one, The Richest Man in Babylon. Amazing book. I first listened to the audiobook and then read the book. Awesome lessons inside here. Just great life lessons. If you want to become an investor or you want to become financially successful, this is a must-have. The Richest Man in Babylon. It will get your finances under control. All right, so that's it. Hope you like that. Hope you like my mini review of the books. Hope you got a couple ideas. Now, how you can win yourself a copy of this. So first off, you got to be subscribed to the channel. Hello. That would be just disrespectful. So subscribe to the channel. Then in the description below this, there's going to be a tweet. It'll be in quotation marks. You got to include all the hashtags because that's how I'm going to be able to search and find it. Anybody who retweets that tweet, I will then, by June 30th. So if you're watching this video after June 30th, I don't have no more books available. I gave them all away. But anybody who retweets the phrase in the description by June 30th, I will then go and take all the names and put them in a randomizer tool, and I'll pick 24 people at random to contact, and then I'll ask for your address so I can send you a copy of the book. All right? That's how you get it. The tweet is in the description below. Thank you. If you have any comments or questions, leave a comment below. Click like on the video if you like the video. That really helps my videos get some extra traction. Thank you guys for watching.